Milwaukee PBS, we celebrate Black History Month every month through our award-winning program, Black Nouveau. Joanne Williams, who hosts that program, shares a story with us on 1036 about one of Milwaukee's African-American trailblazers in the nursing profession.
It was a nursing song for us.
Okay.
Because we were going to be nurses.
Okay. So, let's hear it.
I don't need to sing songs.
Go ahead.
I dedicate myself today to those who need my tender care. And so I lift the cross that others bear. And when, da 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 da. I'm sorry. It's been 65 years ago. I have to think about that.
Delores Nicholson Wilkins was surprised she could remember that much of the song the nursing students sang when they were in school in the 1940s. But she clearly remembers being the first African-American graduate of Mount Sinai Hospital's nursing school. That was in 1950.
When you went to nursing school, were you the only African-American in class?
I was. And not only that, in all the other schools, there were no other African Americans. I applied at 3 different schools, and I was accepted at Marquette, and I was accepted at Deaconess, at the time it was Deaconess Hospital, if I could find another minority student to go with me. And my mother said, why does she have to have another? I said, well, we don't want her to be lonesome.
What did they mean by that?
Well, if I was going to be the only minority there, I guess they thought I wouldn't have any friends. That's as near as I can figure.
But she did not get lonesome. In fact, she learned how to adapt to the circumstances.
All through school, I didn't ever feel that I was being left out because I was an African American. At the time, we were Negroes. And I went to their homes when we'd go home weekends. They'd say, oh, come on, Delores, come with us, come with us. And so I didn't feel any outward discrimination from the students. Our class continued to visit after we graduated for years. We'd take trips together and whatnot. And one of my classmates said to me, hey, Nick, I was Nicholson, remember when we were working at Children's Hospital? And I said, yeah, it was hard there. We had to make our own Q-tips. We had to do this and had to hold a 2-year. Oh, that was something off. She said, yes. And remember that time I told you one time they got us working like the N-word? And I don't even remember it. But all these years, she had carried that thought, and I don't even remember she said it.
Delores attended North Division High School in Milwaukee. She played in the bands, even worked on the school paper. She studied science and math, but didn't know what she wanted to do after high school.
In the late 40s and 1950, how many options for professions were there for Black women?
Well, I don't know. Most of the people that I knew were either social workers or teachers.
How many other nurses did you know at the time?
None.
Her father came up with another option.
That's a God-given decision. My dad came home from work one time. He worked at L. Smith, and he says, hey, you know what? A man at work told me, he said, if you've got a daughter, she can be a nurse in 3 years and she can make good money. I said, Dad, I said, okay, I'll be a nurse.
Our visit to what is now Aurora Sinai Medical Center in downtown Milwaukee brought back more memories.
I know you're going to recognize something here. What's this?
Well, that's the dorm when we moved in. And my room was this room right here by that window. I was by the balcony.
You got a balcony?
Yeah, I told you everybody complained because I had a private room. Those were the only 2 private rooms up there. And this is Emma Felder. She was an X-ray technician.
She has slowed down as she faces her 90th birthday, but she still practices her skills as a parish nurse at Calvary Baptist Church.
Well, it depends on which parish you're in. You look and see what the people in that particular parish could use, and then there's no set program in each parish that you work. You're supposed to know the parish and what fits their needs the best. So we've had health fairs, and we've had speakers, and we've had diet programs, and I'm really pleased with one of the diet programs because I had a folder, and every so many weeks I'd give them a new page to put in their folder, and the children said, well, we want one too. So we had a chance to get our children involved in healthy diets.
So how many minutes did you do this week?
I did 35.
35. Nice job.
I usually try to get 4 or 5 fruits and vegetables in. Before I go to exercise or anytime, I have my yogurt, and then I have a half a banana every day. I only have a half because I'm cutting calories, and 4 ounces of juice. And then I can go and start my exercise.
Small steps, control it.
And after that,
Take a nap first.
Looking back, if you had to do it again, social worker, teacher, nurse, would you still be a nurse?
I would. Nursing has served me very well. I have had a wonderful life, and a lot of it was because I was a nurse. And as a nurse, I was able to help other people understand their own health situations.
in the 1950s, there were few professional role models for black girls to look up to in Milwaukee: teachers, secretaries, social workers, and a nurse. Delores Nicholson Wilkins.